Morning, everybody. Welcome to the next session of the chapter. This is Geordie's Fawn, written by Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings. In the last session, we read Geordie went to forest with Melville, but suddenly he wanted Melville to go back. He wanted to be alone with the fawn. There were two reasons. First, it was possible that Geordie might not get the fawn, for the fawn might have died or be not found. In that case, he would not like Melville to see his disappointment. Secondly, if he meet the fawn, the meeting would be very lovely and secret. He would not like to share it with anyone else. So Geordie asked Melville to go back. He said that the scrub was too thick for the horse to get through. Melville was, however, afraid to leave Geordie alone. He said that Geordie could be lost in the forest or bitten by the snake. Geordie, however, said Melville didn't have to worry. He would be careful. So Melville went back. Now Geordie moved further through the bushes. Then a buzzard means a large bird like the vulture that eats flesh of dead animals appeared in front of him and fluttered into the air. He came to the clearing means large area from under the oak. Oak is a type of large tree. They sat in a circle around the carcass means dead body of the doe. They looked at Geordie with their heads that laid on their long necks and hissed at him. Hissed is sound made by buzzards. Geordie threw his bow means a small branch of tree at them, and they flew into a adjacent tree means nearby tree. The sand showed marks of large cat footprints who had killed it recently and left the doe for the carrion. Carrion means flesh-eating birds. Geordie separated the grass from the place where he saw the fawn the previous day. He could not believe it had just been a day. The fawn was not at that place. Geordie searched the abandoned land, but there was no sign and sound of anything. On the other hand, the buzzards sitting on a tree made sound with their wings. They were desperate to start what they were doing. Geordie began looking at the place where the fawn had appeared from and began reading the small hoof prints in the sand. But the rain from last night had washed away all tracks except of cats and buzzards. In the next part, we will read how Geordie finds the fawn and how he reacts. Thank you.